In the vast expanse of human imagination, few legends captivate as much as that of Atlantis, a city shrouded in mystery, glory, and tragedy. The story begins in an age lost to history, an era when gods and mortals supposedly walked the earth together, shaping civilizations beyond comprehension. Atlantis, a city said to have been established by the god Poseidon himself, was a beacon of prosperity, wisdom, and unmatched architectural splendor. According to ancient accounts, Atlantis was located on a massive island somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean, though its precise location remains a mystery. The land was rich with resources, fertile soil, and rare metals, including an abundance of orichalcum, a mystical substance often described as second only to gold in value. Poseidon divided the island among his children, with his firstborn son, Atlas, ruling as king. The kingdom was named after him, and under his reign, it flourished into an advanced and harmonious society. Atlantis was a marvel of engineering and design. The city was built in concentric circles, alternating between land and water, connected by canals and guarded by imposing walls. At its center stood a magnificent palace, dedicated to Poseidon, adorned with glittering gold, silver, and orichalcum. The palace housed a towering statue of the god himself, holding a trident and commanding respect from all who gazed upon it. The Atlanteans constructed vast harbors, temples, and bridges that linked the different zones of the city, showcasing their unparalleled mastery of architecture and engineering. The people of Atlantis were equally remarkable. They were said to be physically strong, intellectually advanced, and morally upright. They mastered various fields of study, including agriculture, astronomy, navigation, and medicine. Their ships sailed across oceans, establishing trade routes with distant lands, and spreading their influence far and wide. Atlantis's dominance was not limited to commerce. Its military was formidable, with a fleet of powerful ships and armies trained to perfection. Yet with great power came great responsibility, and for centuries, the Atlanteans upheld a code of balance and virtue. They lived in harmony with nature, respecting the laws of the gods and prioritizing the collective well-being over individual greed. The city's prosperity became a beacon of hope, a golden age of enlightenment and progress. However, as time passed, cracks began to appear in the moral foundation of Atlantis. The people grew increasingly ambitious, their insatiable hunger for power and wealth overshadowing the virtues instilled by their divine lineage. The rulers, who once governed with fairness and wisdom, succumbed to corruption and greed. The once harmonious society became fragmented as pride and arrogance took root. The Atlanteans began to believe they were invincible, destined to dominate not only the earth but also the gods themselves. Driven by hubris, Atlantis embarked on a campaign of conquest, seeking to expand its empire across the known world. Their armies marched upon neighboring lands, subjugating nations and enslaving their populations. The Atlanteans' once glorious reputation transformed into one of fear and tyranny. The gods, who'd watched over them with favor, grew increasingly displeased with their arrogance and disregard for divine laws. According to the legend, it was at this point that the Atlanteans set their sights on Athens, a city known for its valor and resilience. The Athenians, despite being outnumbered and outmatched, stood firm against the invading forces. Through their courage and unwavering determination, they managed to repel the Atlantean army, delivering a humiliating defeat to the empire that once seemed unstoppable. This event marked a turning point in the story of Atlantis. The gods, enraged by the Atlanteans' hubris and moral decay, decided to punish the once glorious civilization. The wrath of Poseidon and the other deities was swift and catastrophic. Ancient texts describe a series of cataclysmic events, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and massive tidal waves that struck Atlantis with unparalleled ferocity. The ground beneath the city quaked and split, swallowing buildings and people alike. Towering waves crashed upon the shores, washing away entire communities. Within a single night and day, Atlantis, the jewel of the ancient world, was swallowed by the sea, disappearing without a trace. The fall of Atlantis became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of humility and balance. For centuries, philosophers, historians, and explorers have debated the veracity of the tale, searching for evidence of the lost city. Plato's dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, remain the primary sources of the legend, describing Atlantis in vivid detail and sparking countless theories about its location and fate. Some believe Atlantis was a real place, a highly advanced civilization that met its end through natural disasters or self-destruction. Speculations about its location range from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, from Antarctica to the Azores. Others view the story as purely allegorical, a metaphor crafted by Plato to illustrate the consequences of moral decay and political corruption. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the allure of Atlantis continues to captivate imaginations. Explorers and scientists have scoured the depths of the oceans, hoping to uncover remnants of the lost city. Modern technology, including satellite imaging and deep-sea exploration, has fueled these efforts, revealing intriguing underwater structures that some claim could be remnants of Atlantis. The story of Atlantis endures not because of its factual basis, but because of what it represents. It is a tale of human potential and the thin line between greatness and downfall. It speaks to the timeless struggle between virtue and vice, humility and arrogance, harmony and chaos. Atlantis, whether real or imagined, serves as a mirror reflecting the best and worst aspects of humanity. In today's world, the legend of Atlantis holds particular relevance. It reminds us of the fragility of civilizations and the importance of preserving balance in the face of rapid progress and technological advancement. The story urges us to learn from the past, to respect the natural world, and to avoid the pitfalls of hubris and greed. As the waves of the Atlantic Ocean continue to crash against unseen shores, the mystery of Atlantis remains, inviting us to dream, explore, and ponder the secrets of a world that might once have been. The rise and fall of this legendary city offer a narrative as timeless as the tides themselves, an eternal echo of humanity's aspirations and failures.